Okay. Yeah, no worries. Well, we're a two-partner practice here. We employ in total about 15 accountants. We have 5 in admin. We're fairly vibrant in the sense of really trying to draw value out of our client base, and we all accountants, we sit on enormous information. So Michael and I, Michael being my business partner, we do looking for opportunities for pushing them through to the different areas of that. We have distinct divisions in our business. Obviously compliance is a heavy hand on that, but we do have that business development section of our business.
Yep.
Managed superannuation specialist team. Yeah, and primarily, we do consider ourselves to be fairly heavily focused on not just knocking that tax return out. We do spend a lot of time with our clients looking for those other opportunities to improve themselves in the areas that they all need improvement on.
Good. Okay, so two-partner firm.
Keep talking, Lloyd, but
yeah, I know you're coming in.
I'm wrapping on too much. Yeah.
No, that's all right. So, as I said, I spoke to you 10 years ago. Probably one question, why didn't you take us up 10 years ago, and why did you take us up as an ibalance accountant in October or last year?
Okay. 10 years ago, it was early days of practice. It was very heavily based, compliance-based practice when I bought it. It was my dream 10 years ago to add as many services as possible, and
it's coming now and then, Wayne. Your internet's rather slow.
I think that youthful exuberance. Okay. I suppose the change that's happened now is we feel as though the client base is matured to the point where compliance is something that just gets ticked off every year, and we are ready. I mean, we have numbers in terms ready to really take on that challenge of committing to the business development side of services. So it's about just having this structure around me now that allows me to actually get on to the exciting stuff. Doesn't necessarily involve feeling absolute pleasure for me. So
good.
Yeah. So really, at the end of the day, I think we're just ready for it now in terms of better.
For everybody else, Wayne, you're dropping in and out, so we'll just battle along with this at this point of time. Probably the question that a lot of people ask, when you selected to work with ibalance, a lot of accountants worry about their time that's involved in setting up this new division. Can you explain how your time is going?
Yeah, well, the most pleasing thing about all this is that I really, and to be honest, I mean, I really haven't spent a lot of time. It's it really does get a party that puts the time into this. And what I've found is that it's allowed me to really not waste my time on people that aren't really serious about, I'd say. So it's very pleasing to know that the system is completely systemized. Every procedure, you to standard letters, invite clients to the breakfast seminars are all laid out for you. I have a great team of admin girls that sit around me to pick up all of the administration leading up to each event. I then with a list of names for each event, and I think it's the extent of procedurisation that you presented, Lloyd, that makes my life easier, and I'm truly just able to sit the face of the program in front of clients as they walk in. So that's what's most pleasing to me about it.
Beautiful. I know we've done a couple of business planning programs, events with you, with your clients. Can you explain your involvement with that 2-day business improvement program that we ran? Yeah,
okay. Well, that program initially started with 2 breakfast seminars for selected groups, and I must make it clear that I hand-selected the clients, and in being very cautious, being the first one, I was still quite cautious about this whole process. The clients I selected were probably ones that I considered perhaps be your C-grade clients. And I must admit, to my surprise, the ones that they offer to come to the business breakfast were the ones that I didn't anticipate taking the offer up, and the ones that didn't take the offer up surprised me too, because I thought that. So that itself was interesting. So we held 2 breakfast seminars in my boardroom. We had I think there were a total of about 16 people, 10 businesses in total. We converted that number to 6 businesses to come along to a 2-day business planning program. So really that business breakfast invite was really just a very short information session for them, if anything. But they were excited enough and believed us enough to know that it was well worth coming to this business planning workshop, which was run over 2 days. So we had 6 of those 10 decide to come to the business planning program. My involvement in that business planning program, Lloyd, I think it was only running one session, one small part of the day. It probably took me about 20 minutes to be involved in that, and the rest of my time was just wandering around the tables, making sure that the clients that were there were happy and comfortable.
Yep.
Again, everything was laid out for that, so my admin team didn't have much to do. And then beyond that, we've just had our first SAGE program start yesterday. So of those 6 businesses, 4 attended yesterday, but I'm very positive that of the 2 that didn't, one wants to come along, but he just had a bit of an issue in his business this week, so couldn't make it, but he'll definitely be along for the next one and be part of that SAGE program for the next 12 months. So look, highly successful. Again, it surprises me the take up on it, and I keep coming back to it. You know, I mean, it's a wonderful thing to think that we can derive revenue, doing it in a manner where we know it's in the client's best interest. They're really loving what they're getting, and again, there's no timesheet involved. I can't believe it's just a different world for me.
Excellent. Look, I know, those information seminars, and I know we use Dean and Sean from the W Assets bathroom renovating story. It's a different type of information seminar. It's not all hype. It's about a true live story, and that gets involved your business clients and say, yeah, look, I really want to do and change my business, and that's why we get high conversions. In that case, it was over 60% conversion into the program. Wayne, before we do let you move on and do some more accounting work, where do you see your business improvement services division going in the future, and what involvement do you think you'll have in it?
So I don't want to sound like I'm ramming out cliches, but personally for our practice, I'll be moving over the next 12-18 months towards spending hopefully 60 to 70% of my time in that area. Just today we're going to be sending out a client-wide blog to introduce about the way I've stepped through this. It's been part of the group, but we've only hand-selected a few clients to get in, but today we're about to so look, I can see this side of our practice probably being as big as the compliance side of our business in time.
Yep.
It's my goal to make it happen, and as I said, I'm going to spend most of my time driving it.
Yep.
Having the compliance left to the managers to make sure everything gets ticked off as we expect.
Okay, look, I know we've got a slow internet connection. I'm sorry for the listeners, but I'm sure you've got the drift of what Wayne was saying about systematic marketing. Your clients love it. I assume one of the clients, I think yesterday, Dean was saying that they got great value out of the program so far. I think, Wayne, they were saying. You spoke to Dean about that?
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are 2 young guys setting on the journey of a very successful business. They became clear very early on in my relationship with them that started 18 months ago that they were happy to park the compliance and just make sure it got done properly, that they're hungry for this type of business growth, business development advice, and they're very pleased with it. And yesterday's feedback after the meeting, they rang me after the meeting to thank me for it. It was one of the best things I did. Very happy with Dean and Sean. They're doing a great job. Handing trust for accountants is a very hard thing, as most understand. But stepping through that the way we have in an approach that sees clients comfortable with it has made me happy. So yeah, I'm all for it, Lloyd. I'm probably one of your biggest advocates, to be honest.
Thank you. Wayne, thank you very much for the time. I know we can sit here and talk for hours about this, but I think we better move on. Again, I thank you for your time to spend with us, and look forward to talking to you soon. Wayne, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, Lloyd. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.